Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Scrotitis Plays Minecraft. How you guys doing today? This episode is a little bit different because I recorded it between filming of last episode, episode 41, where we work on the horse stables. And part of the completion of that project is a hidden enchantment table in the floor. And so I actually recorded this while I was doing that episode, but with this footage, it would have made the episode about an hour long. So I thought I would strip this part out and make it a tutorial as to how I did the hidden floor enchantment room with all the wiring and pistons and all that happy fun stuff. All right, so it's a little bit different in the terms that it's pre-recorded and I'm going to speak over top of it. So let's get right down to it, guys. I have this ginormous room cleared out already, and we've got the blocks placed down in the spaces where they're or for the blocks that we need to be moving. Our next move is to sort of mark the center of the room out. So we did that with some black hardened clay. And then we're going to place our enchantment table exactly where we want it. So let's go ahead and knock out a couple blocks and put down a bit of glowstone. That's like my signature move is glowstone and then enchantment table, because the enchantment table is a transparent block, so light comes through that. And then we put our enchantment table on top of it. There we go. That's that, and as you can see, we've got 4 blocks of room dug out down below. The next step is really simple. You just take sticky pistons and you circle all the way around this center bit twice. One level right on top of the bottom level. So there's one. And we look at that, take a step back, and we go ahead and we put our second level on. All sticky pistons, okay? And there that is. Pretty simple. What's going to happen is the pistons will extend 2 levels, and they'll then grab those stone brick blocks and pull them down. Okay, so the next bit that we need to do, we kind of fancied up the area a little bit. We cleaned it out. We have the dirt floor. We put a little bit of stairs down to give it a little bit of a artistic look, if you will, and then we just need to start putting down some blocks for wiring. All right, so I chose to go with these dark or with these black hardened clay blocks, and you put 1 down, 3 on each opposite side, and then 1 in the middle, and that will power each of the 8 blocks. You then top those with a redstone torch. And we don't need that one there. And then we go ahead and we place on top of those torches another block, so that powers, when extended, the second row of sticky pistons. So this is the off position that we have, and by default, that's what we want. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to get a signal to each of these bottom blocks, okay? And we do that simply with redstone repeaters. So I want to go around the bottom of each one of these, and I want to place a repeater pointing into the block that has a redstone torch on it. So we do that all the way around. Simple as that. Pretty straightforward. We're then also going to use the black stained clay, and we're going to go around the outside because we have to have a redstone signal that touches all of these repeaters. And I'm sort of using this clay this block as the block that says, hey, there's redstone on this. If you see this block, don't break it. I always try to do that with my builds. I think it's helpful. It doesn't have to be a clay block. Sometimes I use stone bricks. Sometimes I use coal. It just depends on where I'm at and what resources I have available. All right, so as I said before, that block or that clay is placed because we're going to have a redstone signal that has to go around and touch all of the repeaters. So I'm going to lay that redstone wiring down now, or I guess dust, not wiring. And that is that. Now, obviously, I'm going to need a repeater to extend that signal one way or the other once we know where it's going to origin from. All right, so this is what we got. We're looking from the top. Right here is where our enchanting table is. So I want to try using pressure plates to open up and expose our enchantment table. I had to double check. It's right there. And now we're stuck. There we go. And for some reason, an enchantment table isn't a full block in height. So if you happen to find yourself standing on one with blocks surrounding you, you better break one or you're not getting out. All right, so we put that there, and it's flush. You can't tell. So I want to try first to put pressure plates on either side and right at that area. I think it's a good location. Now I'm trying to measure things out, and this is actually going to be where our bookcases start. So let's get these ready, and we are going to start placing them down. So where there's not any wiring, we can just do the full U all the way around like that. One more there. Okay. Now I want these two corner spots initially to be our pressure, or I'm sorry. Yeah. So we've got our U completed, and then I need to see where the wiring is going to be from. And looking at this, bookshelves can go there, and I actually need to break this one. That's where a pressure pad is, so we're going to have to move that so that the signal can be passed down through when someone steps on it. And, of course, you don't get the bookshelf. And there's a pressure pad above that as well. All right, so we've got our books. We're going to make our bookshelves again and get them back up where we need them. We have just enough blocks to get our two bookshelves back. And, all right, so we got one there, and one there. That should give us our full complement, and we've got two empty spaces to pass our signal through. So I'm going to put a block here and a block here to pass our signal down from the top. Now what we need to do is figure out how this signal is going to get from up here down to where we need it below. Again, just verifying where we need things at and what our enchantment levels look like. Right now, everything's blocked. So let's grab, let's see, we need a couple more of these stone bricks. One, let's break this one. And let's see, how do we want this signal to come down from the top? We need to get it from these two spots down into one of the two redstone sides. So let's clear out as much room. I want to do it over in this area, and we actually need to set up a 2-pulse redstone delay. I'm not exactly sure what the technical term of it is. Basically, what it does is it turns one signal into 2 pulses. And it's done with repeaters and a sticky piston. It's actually really simple to do, and you guys have probably seen, if you've watched any redstone videos, you've probably seen it before. So let's see. If we bring this signal off of that wall, maybe right around like that, and then we need to step it down from there, like so. We can just do that and knock this one out. 1, 2, 3, and then just bink, 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 and a bink. All right, so there's that wiring coming down from the pressure pads. Either one should pass down the walkway. Simple enough, if it works. I don't know why I decided to keep this part in. Spoiler is it doesn't work. I actually have to end up changing where the pressure pad is located. But it's a neat idea, and if you guys can actually improve upon a design and leave the pressure pads where I have them at this point in the video and figure out how to get the wiring to work in the confined space that I have, let me know, because I'd be really interested to see how that wiring works. Okay? So anyway, let's get back to the tutorial here. The tutorial, according to Scrotitus, it is how I did things. So I dug things out one block deeper, and we're going to continue that signal across to these two. And this is where we need our sticky piston and repeaters. So the redstone signal on top of those blocks passes the signal into the block. So we can then use that to pass through with repeaters. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That, and this is going to be our sticky piston. And 1, 2, 3, like that should connect up. Perfect. And then let's count from here where we need our repeater. We need to make sure we get these delays right. You know what? Let me move this over one block. This actually isn't necessary. So we'll go sticky piston there. And it doesn't matter which side that sticky piston's on. It could be on the right or left. But we have the same redstone repeater configuration. And we need to knock each one of these to the full length of repeater, and then one of these two to the full length, and then we need a block on top of our sticky piston. We'll actually do the front one, I believe is the proper one. And so that wire is going to step down there. It's going to go through there, send 2 pulses around the outside, which is going to power the repeaters twice, or the sticky pistons twice, either moving up in 2 stages or down. So right now I'm counting out where we need our redstone repeater. All right, so that's 15. We have far enough to get around to these front ones. No, I don't think so. We need to extend this out a little bit further. Let's try right here. I think that should take care of it. There we go. All right. So we don't want to extend anything. A repeater itself adds 1 tick to a redstone pulse, even if you don't add any extended time to it. All right, so we need to consider this. All these first ones need to be on the same tick as the ones after the repeater. So I set these all to 2 ticks. Then this is 1 tick, 2 ticks, right? So 1, and then each one of the 1, and each one of those is 2. This is 2 coming off of this. So all of those sticky pistons receive signal at the same time. That's very important to this build. All right, so what do we need to do now? We need to test things out. Let's go ahead and throw a pressure plate down, and this is where I'm going to see my wiring is not going to work. So it did indeed get 2 pulses. The problem is this side here, and it's because the redstone wiring that is up above coming from the top. All right, so there was a pressure pad there. I removed it, realizing that it was causing an issue with this sticky piston. Well, not this one. This is a bookshelf. It's causing a problem with the sticky piston in front of it. Okay, so we're going to move our bookshelf there. That should give us the full complement for our enchantments, right? So that's a no-no for where we could put a pressure plate. I'm actually going to move this one because we're having the same problem here. You see that corner block is freezing the system, and then the pulses are off. That should all happen in one smooth motion, not 2. But we do see that we do get the full 30 complement with the way the bookshelves are arranged. They come out up without a problem, but whenever I go over it, I have to get off of it. It's blocking the second pulse coming through, and that's just not good. So we're going to end up actually moving that pressure pad. Pay attention, guys, because this setup actually works way better. I'm much happier with the way the second setup goes for our trigger than the first. But I thought I should include the trial and error just because I went through it, and it's good for you guys to see how to do things, how not to do things as well while you're building. All right, guys, so we're back here, and I'm going to test out a little theory I have for sending our signal. It's a variation. I haven't done a not a T flip-flop, but yeah, a T flip-flop. I haven't done one of these since 1.5 came out. I used to do it with a hole and redstone torches. I'd like to try it with the redstone block now. It actually saves a little bit of space because you don't have to dig down and allow room for a torch whenever you just pass the redstone block back and forth, which would send the current from one place. Oh, you little sneaky guy, you. All right, we got him. Okay, so this is just your basic T flip-flop. Signal comes in one way, pushes the pistons to one side, sends a signal out. Pushes it again, redstone block moves, no signal getting sent out. So we're going to use that along with our pressure pad up above. So here we go. We have moved the pressure pad back one block. If you see where it is now, this is out of the way of any of the redstone wiring that's running underneath, and it's away from where the sticky pistons will be extending and contracting. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. We run over it, 2 steps down, boom, 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 boom. We got our full complement of possible enchants, level 30. That's good. Let's see. What we're looking for here. Make sure we don't fall down while we're reaching over here. Pickaxe. I think we're going to do... Are we going to do an enchant here? Not sure what's going on here. There we go. Is the quick cheaty way of getting to the enchant level you need. There's 15. Oh, Silk Touch. I like it. All right. So there you go, guys. There's how it's going to work. I need to go down and show you how we did the wiring for that part. This is actually the proper way, at least for Scrotitis, the proper way to do the wiring. Okay. So we come down here, and this is what our final product looks like. It looks actually professional. It looks like somebody knew what they were doing when they built this. All right? So there's our T flip-flop right there, and there's the redstone signal that's going to get sent out. Here is where the pressure pad is up above. It has a signal comes down onto one of those 2 blocks, and it gets passed down below. That torch then, when it goes off and on, powers both of the pistons. One that's extended closes, the other one that's closed extends. That signal then gets passed over into our double pulse sender thing. I forget the redstone name for that, guys. Sorry, but and then that comes through. This repeater is 2 ticks. Once again, very important. These are all 2 ticks. Then this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a test. We've got a button here to simulate someone stepped on the pressure pad. There, you hear the 2 bumps. So there you go. Signal getting sent through. Powered all this stuff. And it's open. We step on it again. Dunk, dunk. 2 quick pulses. And our enchanting room is hidden once again, guys. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today in this episode number 42, I think. Tutorial episode, a little bit different than what we're used to, but I thought it was necessary. So I want to thank you guys again for all the support I've been getting from you, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. We'll see ya.